Chapter 25 of The House on Mango Street is called Geraldo, No Last Name. Maureen met a boy named Geraldo at a dance. She doesn't know his last name, but the police want to interview her because she was the last person who saw him before he died as a result of a hit-and-run accident. Geraldo's death doesn't seem to matter to anyone except Maureen, who understands how hard he was working to send money home to his family in Mexico and how meager his own existence was. No one back home will ever know what happened to him, only that he was one of the many who went north and were never heard from again. Chapter 26 of The House on Mango Street is called Edna's Ruthie. Ruthie is the adult daughter of Edna, the mean lady who owns the big building next to Esperanza's house. Ruthie is a grown-up but plays like a child and doesn't venture past her front yard very often. Ruthie says she's married and has a house outside the city and how she used to write children's books. Esperanza memorizes all of The Walrus and the Carpenter so she can recite it to Ruthie. Ruthie tells Esperanza, "You have the most beautiful teeth I have ever seen." Chapter 27 of The House on Mango Street is called The Earl of Tennessee. Earl lives in the basement of Edna's house. He's from the South, has an accent, smokes fat cigars, and wears felt hats. He works nights as a jukebox repairman, and he takes his 2 little dogs with him wherever he goes. The local gossip is that Earl is married and has a wife somewhere, but no one can agree on what she looks like. Chapter 28 of The House on Mango Street is called Sire. Sire, who is older than Esperanza and has a bad reputation, stares at her as she walks down the street. It makes her uncomfortable, but she refuses to cross to the other side of the road like some girls do. "I had to prove to me I wasn't scared of nobody's eyes, not even his," she says. She's even more fascinated by his girlfriend Lois, who wears makeup and runs errands for Sire, but she doesn't know how to tie her shoes. Esperanza looks out the window at night, wishing she were with boys and imagining how Sire holds and kisses Lois. Esperanza's stories reinforce her innocence and naivete by implying the truths she cannot yet see. For example, Ruthie's childlike behavior suggests a mental disability that prevents her from functioning as an adult. As for Earl's wife, Esperanza hasn't realized that one woman is actually several different women, probably prostitutes, suggesting Earl's practice of hustling them into his apartment and kicking them out soon after. Geraldo's story speaks to the way people outside of Esperanza's community view those who live there, as well as the repercussions of their attitudes. Because Geraldo is Mexican, the police officers and hospital employees don't seem to think his life is important. But Maureen knows she could have easily been in his place, gravely injured and deemed unimportant because of the color of her skin.